Good morning here in Australia. Buenas tardes en Perú and boa noite in Brazil. I've been talking and my microphone was mute. So here I go again. So if you want to learn how to make your own home decor in a super simple but super creative way, without having to invest too much in materials, I'm going live today from my studio to show you step by step how can you as well create a lovely piece like this. If you are watching live, please go ahead and comment in the chat box. I would love to chat. You can ask me at any point if you have any doubts, if you want to know anything else. I'll be very happy to try to answer all your questions. Si me estás viendo en vivo y hablas español, por favor, comenta, di hola. Me gustaría saber de dónde me ves y puedes preguntarme en cualquier momento si tienes alguna duda o si quieres saber algo acerca de las técnicas que voy a mostrar hoy. I'm gonna wait just a few more minutes and then we're gonna start. Let me just put my banner here. Not that one, this one, yeah. So today I've changed the coffee for water. But the idea is to share a nice moment enjoying morning tea here in Australia. It's different time zones with the people that follow me. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you a little bit closer. As I said, this is an empty coffee jar. It's made of glass. And yeah, there's a few techniques I want to share with you today. I'm just gonna change the view so it'll be easy for us. Let me see. That's better. Okay, so as I was saying, there's a few techniques I want to share with you today, and the same techniques you can apply in different substrates like glass, wood, plastic, metal. You can choose. The idea is to reuse and repurpose everyday objects to make beautiful home decor. That's the whole point of the things that I do, and I'm going to explain to you how to do it. So let me just move this a little bit up here. Por favor, si en algún momento alguien que hable español está por ahí, comenta que gustosamente puedo traducir lo que estoy diciendo al español. Okay, I'm gonna start with a different kind of bottle. It's made of glass as well, and what I've used is an all-purpose sealer to prepare the surface. To prepare the surface to be able to receive the paint, because you can work with acrylics, the acrylic paint that is what I'm going to use today, directly on a glass, metal or plastic surface, because it won't stick on it. So that's why one of the primers that I use is this all-purpose sealer. It's very handy. Hi, hello, who's there? Let me put my comments. Please go ahead and comment. Okay, first things first, I've cleaned my surface with alcohol after I got rid of the labels and I washed it properly. Let me get my cotton balls. Sorry. Okay. Back. So you wipe any dust or grease that you have in there with the alcohol. I put it on top of the glass, and just with a cotton ball you get rid of all the dirt like this all over. And this, let me change my music. that's better. After you clean your surface with the alcohol, it will just dry immediately, of course. You have to prepare it with your primer. In this case, we're going to use the all-purpose sealer. And let me show you. There's two ways to work with this. You can apply it directly on the surface and let it dry, and then you can with the paint on top. But I want to show you a different way, because in my past videos I show you how to do that. I'm just going to show you that you can combine, you can mixture equal amounts, just like this. Just like this. Yeah. So you put on your palette the same amount of the primer and the paint. Just like this. And you mix it with a scraper. I'll show you so you can see. So you mix it properly. And here, just keep one step, because we have the primer and the paint together, so you can just apply it at the same time. It's another way to work. And then with the help of foam, a daba, it's a daba, you will apply all over your surface directly like this. Now the acrylic paint, it will stick on it because you put the medium to make it able to stick on your glass surface, and you just apply it like this. Hello, let me put my comments because I can't see them. Okay, so you apply the primer mixed with your acrylic paint all over your surface, just like this. You spread it properly, try to make it even. Can you see? Please go ahead and say hello. I would love to read you. Si hablas español, por favor, anímate a saludar, decirme de dónde eres, que yo gustosamente que conversaría contigo. Y si tienes alguna duda, por favor, déjame saber, que yo trataré de absolver todas tus dudas. So in this manner, you cover the whole surface, everywhere. You see? This way. You apply the primer and the acrylic at the same time. Next, you have to wait until it's dry. And then you're going to apply a second coat. This time you can come straight with the acrylic paint because it is covered already with the primer. So after this step, which is the surface preparation, which is the most important, so you can develop the other techniques, you need to respect the time for these to dry. That could be like two hours minimum. And then you apply a second coat in the same way, just with the paint all over the surface again. So we need to put this to dry. Let me just put it over here. And of course I have one already done, otherwise it will take too long to wait until it's dry. So I've done the same thing. I applied the primer with the acrylic combined with this daba all around. I waited minimum 2 hours, and then I applied another coat of this color here, which is terracotta in this brand. You can use whichever brand you like, you prefer, you have available. And what I'm trying to recreate is cork, corcho in Espanol, cork. So this is the base coat that I apply, and now we're going to start with the techniques application. I did the same here in this little box on the top, on the lid. I just applied the base coat, and then I'm going to show you what is it that I did next. Let me just clean here. The towel goes to the water. Just put it over here. Just clean my surface. Oops. We're going to continue using acrylics, and for this technique what I've used is 3 different colors. Let me show you. After I apply the first coat with the terracotta, I applied these 3 colors in, let me show you the shades. They're all brownish. One is a medium shade, and then it's getting darker, and a darker one. So these 3. I started with this one, which is the medium shade. I'm going to put it like this so you can understand. So I'm going to start building up the color. And I used a tool that is a roller to make patterns. You see, it's like all curly. Let me put it closer so you can see. It's like a curly roller. And I'm going to work together with this, the medium shade of the acrylic paints. What I did is I spread it on my surface like this. And with a paintbrush, I'm just going to spread it around like this, like a paste. This is just the acrylic by itself. And with the roller, I start to get the color on my roller like this. See? And then I came to my surface and start applying it this way. So the roller will print the pattern on top of my surface. See? This way. Then I came back to lift up a little bit more of paint, and I applied it again. You don't need to press too hard, but you can pass many times as you like. Remember what I'm trying to make is it's a cork design. Let me show you. Something like this. See? That's what I'm trying to do with it. Of course, I have a darker base coat here, color, but it's the same process. So you pass it all over to print all the design on top of your glass jar in this case, just like this. That's the first color we're going to apply all over, about the top as well. If you have a jar just like this with this neck, don't worry about it because we're going to cover it, because of course it's a little bit hard to get on that area, but don't worry because we're going to put some twine around it and it won't be noticed. But cover as much as you can. I wonder if you can hear me properly. Let me just put my microphone a little bit closer to me. Can you please tell me if you can hear me properly? Maybe I've been talking and nobody can hear me. Hello? Okay. Well, I don't have any feedback. I don't know if you can hear me properly or not. But let me go before my paint just dries up on my roller. So this is what I've done. Don't forget the bottom part. Just like this. I wonder if you can see it's building up the color. You can go in the other direction as well. Just like this, it's super simple. Don't worry too much. You know, art is just to express yourself, express your creativity, and to have fun with it. Oh, it's looking gorgeous to me. I hope you can see it. Yeah, let me put it there. So you're building up it's like I have something else made of cork here. It's like this pattern here made in this cork. That's what I'm trying to do. I have a darker base color here, but the technique is the same. And this is real cork. I'm just trying to imitate, reproduce it, like reproduce. So to me, that would be enough of that color. And now I'm going to apply the second color. Let me just dry it up a little bit. This is a heat pen, very handy. I'm going to dry this to apply the second color. Just put it here. I'm just going to clean my palette. Finish with this color, so I'm going to put it back. Okay. Close it properly. Hi Simone, good night. Good to see you. Hola querida, gracias por estar aí. Eu farei meu melhor esforço para falar em português. Otherwise, I can speak to you in English o tal vez en español. I don't speak fluently Portuguese, but I understand. Gracias por estar ahí. No sé si estoy tratando de reproducir este potecito, que es un pote de café. y tratando de hacer el corcho. Esta técnica es lo que estoy tratando de mostrar. Entonces, lo que iba a hacer, what I was going to do is apply the second color. I'm just going to clean my surface here. Obrigada, eu entendo um pouco de inglês. Oh, okay, so I will speak in English to you. You can choose. Okay, so I was going to the second coat. I was building up the color with these 3 shades of brown. The lighter, the medium, and the darker. Sorry, yeah. So I started with this. And now I'm going with the medium color. I'm just going to spread it around my palette here. Let me just get a piece of my paper here to wipe the excess on my paintbrush. Okay, and I'll do the same. I'm going to spray the paint around. Can you hear me properly, Simone? I'm not sure because I had my microphone so far away from me. Everything happens in lives. Can you hear me properly, Simone? Okay, so now I'm going to lift up the color, the second color with my tool, and I will do exactly the same. I'm going first in one direction, just like this. Which I don't know if you can notice the difference in 2 colors. No, no entendí. Preguntaba si me escuchan bien. ¿Se me escucha bien? ¿Qué es lo que no entendiste? Sorry, Simone. Bueno, voy a quitar este banner de aquí. That's better. Get it out of the way. Let me put my comments. No puedo ver aquí, se ha quedado. Déjame cambiar la música acá. 3. Okay, let me read the comments. Se ha quedado algo ahí que no me deja ver los comentarios. Ay, qué desgracia. Anyway. Bueno, I'm using the second color. Estoy pasando al segundo color. Can't read. Let me see what they say here. Escucha más. Sí, más Josefa. Estoy hablando muy bajito. Perdón. Voy a tratar de subir mi voz. Gracias, Simone. Okay. Bueno. Entonces sigo en inglés, ¿verdad, Simone? Okay. I'm just gonna finish building up the color here with this second shade of the brownish palette that I'm using today. Just put a little bit more. Look, in this area, I think it needs a little bit more. Just let me put the music a little bit down. Probably it's way too loud. Yeah. So now that I cover completely, I'm just gonna go in this direction. Sorry, I know I speak too softly. There you go. Can you see how it's building up the color here, the technique? There you go. Okay. Now I'm going to dry a little bit, and then we're going with the last color. Just one minute. Ahora sí estoy hablando más alto, Simone. ¿Te escucha mejor? Okay. Now, the last part of this first technique is to apply the third color. Is the darkish brown. This color is Cafe Mocha. That's the name of the color. And this is the last part of this cork technique. Let me just clean my surface again. Let me put this aside. I'm going to clean it with a wet tissue. Just like this. Sí, está escuto melhor. Ah, muchas gracias. Muito obrigado, Simone. You're very kind. Let me see. Okay, let me put this back here, because we're not going to waste our paint, eh? That's it. Today I'm just using acrylic paints. That's the only two supply that I'm using. Acrylic paints, the primer, and then we're going to do the label. I'm going to show you later how to do it. It's so simple and easy. So same procedure. You spread your darkish color on your palette like this, and you use your roller again and lift up the color. This one you don't need to abuse, just a little bit. It's just, if you have a look in a real cork, the darker parents point is like little dots. They're just a few, they're not much. So we have to do exactly the same in our surface, just a little touches of this. What we're trying to do is to recreate a real cork, and just enough touches. I don't have much, to be honest, but as you see, they're just little dots over there, just like this in the real one. You can see the real one and this one, they're just a few, but I still have not enough on my roller, so I'm just going to lift a little bit more of color and continue covering the surface. Just a few dots. Oh, I still need some more because I can't see it. Let me just put a little bit more. Maybe I just put not enough paint, but that's better because you can build up the color. It's better to start with just a little, and then you can apply a little bit more if you need it. Okay, so in this area I think I have enough. I'm going to turn it and apply just a few touches here and there, especially here. Look, I don't think I have much here, so I will just apply a few, and that's it. Don't forget about the bottom part and the top part. Yep. Just like that. And that's it. Oh, it's looking lovely. To me, it's finished. The core technique. You see? Let me just, it's a little bit wet. And that's the core technique. That's all that I've done in this other pot here. It's just the same. It's easy, simple. And now let me just put my roller in the water. You can wipe the excess on the paper first and also clean my paintbrush and then to the water. And now let me just clean here. No more comments. Let me just clean it with my wet tissue. Let me just put it like this so you can see what I've done here while I'm cleaning. There you go. So now we have to apply varnish. You need to varnish your surface because as you remember, we worked with acrylic paints and that needs a protection. That needs protection. I'm not gonna varnish now, otherwise it's gonna take too long to dry. But that's what I've done here. I varnish the surface, and after the varnish is dry, I just used this to go around here to cover this area. See? Let me just do it now. You get enough twine. This is twine. And just go around it. I repeat, you have to pass the varnish first before you do the decoration part. Let me just cut this a little bit. Like this. Maybe I can put it. This is what I'm doing. You can go as many rounds as you need to. And then I just tied it up here. Just like this, you see? And then I just cut the excess at the back. Just like this. This is the first part of the project, just to make, because I didn't want just to make it plain. I wanted to play a little bit with different techniques. And I thought about this cork. I said, why not try to make a glass surface look like a cork container? It's fun. That's what the art is for, to have fun, to create, to investigate, to enjoy the process. Let me just put it closer. And that's how it looked. And after that, I said, it looks quite empty to me. So I decided to make a label. And I just created from scrap paper, scrapbook paper. You see? Let me show you. This is scrap paper. It's just paper, scrapbook paper. You can find this on your local arts and crafts store. I use the scrap paper in this color. I chose this color, and then with a die, let me show you. This is a die to cut the, you know, the stamps and dies, they come together to cut it. It comes in different shapes, and I ordered this from China, to be honest. It's just like $2 or $3. And I chose this one as what do you call it? To make the label in this shape. I chose this size, this one here. It's like I use it like a stencil, you know, just to outline with the pencil this shape, just like this. And I went all around with my pencil. I can make it at the back. And then I just cut it. I outlined the shape of my die, like if it were an stencil, the same, you know, like a shape. I just shaped out, and I just cut it with my scissors. I cut it all around, and I got this. Very simple. It's just paper. And because I have all these little shapes, I cut different sizes of it just from the paper. See? This is bigger than this. These look the same. Smaller sizes. And this tiny here that I've used for this little box. You see? So you can have fun with your labels, to put it in your bottles, your tin cans, to use in infinite projects. So what I've done next, I started to think, what should I put on my my label? So I just make my own design. I started to look into my tools, my supplies, and I said, okay, I'm going to start to create this antique, like a vintage style. So I'm going to use the same colors that we've been using to make it look like it's an antique, like a vintage label here. Okay, let me show you how I've done that. Okay, so what I've done is I'm gonna use a stencil paintbrush, see, and I'm just gonna go around the label to make it look like it's like an old label. That I'm gonna just make it darker at the edges, just like this. Let me just put something underneath like this, so I can make it. This surface is quite slick, so your paintbrush is going to slip, is going to go smooth around it, because the trick here is not to put too much pressure, otherwise you're going to make like a stain, and we don't want that. What we want is something so subtle, so delicate, that it's going to look like it really got all from time, you know. So I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. But the best way to understand is to see how it is done. So your brush needs to be dry, okay, completely dry, and we're gonna start building up the color with the same color I used for the base. You know, the first one that I applied, I'm going to use the same colors, just like this. You don't need much, 1 drop will do. And I reuse everything. That's what I'm all about, like reusing, repurposing, upcycling. That's my way to help the planet. So this is from my veggies, the veggies that I buy to cook. So I reuse the trays because they're excellent for this. We're going to do the dry brushing technique. So you come to your paint just a little bit. You see, I didn't go like on top of the paint, just on the side, and start to work my paintbrush like this to cover the whole area. And the trick here is to get rid of the excess, like as much as you can. You can repeat this 2 or 3 times, making sure that your paintbrush has enough paint on it, and you get rid of the excess. And just when you see that it's not much is when you come to your paper, your label. You start from the corner, start from the outside in, and you start to apply the color with very light hand, like very light, so soft, like it's like you are caressing it. I'm not using any pressure here. It's very light. So you turn it around and you keep going, just like this. Let me put it together so you can let me put it closer so you can see what I meant. Okay. So you do this all around. There you go. Let me put the one that we made so you can compare. Okay, so can you see properly? Let me just put it up a little bit. I have too many things on my table. So I'm gonna keep going like this. And you can do it as much as you want. Like, I mean, you can come inside as much as you want. What you have to notice is when you apply the color, you make it darker at the edges, the center part is going to look brighter. And that's the whole point. So I will apply it just like this. To me, that's quite enough. Let me see, look. If you go just like that, with the same color that you apply at the as a base coat, I think it won't pop up too much to me. That's what I decided to apply the darker color, the one that we use at the end, like, let me show you. I'm just gonna put a little bit more here, and that will be it with this color. This is the terracotta, the one that we use as a base coat. And now I'm going with the darker one, Cafe Mocha. And this is just like nothing, less than a drop, if it's possible. Look, it's a tiny, tiny dot. So you get it all around your paintbrush. Don't forget to get rid of the excess. And you will do the same process. But this time, you just have to stay at the edges. Don't come too close to the center, just the edges. It's just to burnt it a little bit just to make it pop up of your surface. And because that's the way you have to make the vintage technique. You build up with two different colors. You see the difference from the top and the bottom? It looks much better. That's the way that you make it look like a vintage label in this case. Okay, I think I just need a little bit more. That I have it just here. Now get rid of the excess, and I'm going to finish this part. The same, don't apply too much pressure, it's just light hand, very soft. It's better to come many times than try to do it at once and you just ended up with that stain that seriously you can't get rid of. So like this. Okay. Let's see. Can you see the difference? We started with something just plain like this, and with two touches, look the difference. It's like a huge difference. If you put something like this or put something like this, your project absolutely is going to stand out. But you can go as much as you like to make it look like vintage. To me, that's enough. You see? Just like that, looks beautiful to me. And now, let me just clean my. Really need to clean. See. I use this wet tissue for everything. Okay, so now I decided to put this. This is a stencil. Maybe you can see. Let me put it here. It's a stencil that I'm going to use to create my label. So this says Home Sweet Home. I'm just going to use the home part. And I'm just going to put it here, and I'm going to use tape. I'm going to use tape to cover the areas around, because if I don't do that, for sure I'm going to end up with the whole phrase here. I just want one word. So you put it in the middle as much as you can. Don't stress about it. This is just, art is to relax and to have fun. So don't stress. Just make it look as good as you like. It's your project. So I just put it there, and then I came with, that looks straight to me. And I came with the tape. And I'm going to cover the other parts that I don't want to use from my stencil. Okay. Just put one here so my stencil won't move. And I'm just going to cover these parts. Wait. And there you go. Let's see. Around here as well, and that's it. Oops. And what I've done, I came with the black color. It's just acrylic paint as well in the color black. This is lamp ebony black from the brand that I use. You can use any brand, the one that you have available, which is easy for you to get. So again, I'm just going to work with one drop. You don't need more than that. And I'm going to use the same paintbrush. I didn't clean it, I didn't wet it. And you need to be careful with the color black because hey, it's absolutely, it's hard to work on black. You need to be careful, that's all. Just be careful. And you start applying the paint on top of your stencil. Just like this. I can have my hand out of the way, but I'll show you in a minute. You see, I'm just going with round circles, very soft. You can go as much as you want. It doesn't have to be like perfect because this is a rustic technique. It's supposed to be it's an antique. It's supposed to, the time has made all these things, so it's just not a brand new thing. So it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, like the word here to me looks okay, and you can see the difference. If you like it like that, for you, if for you that's good enough, so you can stop there. But because I like roses and all this girly stuff, what I've done is I created, let me show you here, this little, very easy, so simple little roses. I was just playing with creating different designs that I'm gonna show you now how simple it is. So what do I need for that? Let me just clean this. What I need is also acrylic paints, but in 3 different colors. I'm gonna use red for my roses and green for the leaves, and just white, just like this. And if you are afraid to use it with a paintbrush, today I want to show you a different way to do it with an embossing tool. This is an embossing tool. It's like round, it's a round tool at the edges. One is bigger than the other, and you can perfectly draw your roses. I'll show you with this tool. Just need a little bit of the colors, the red and the white to start, or just 1 hour. Oh my, I'm gonna finish just now, you see. So I'm just gonna start on this corner here, just like this. Let me get rid of this. Look, you come with a point on the red one and you apply a dot, and then you come, make a little bit bigger, you come with the white, the same, and you just go around and around like this, and you have a flower, a rose, just as simple like that. You just have to play with it. Let me just get a little bit of paper here. And with the white, and just go around and around like this. And I have my second rose. Okay, let me just put maybe another one here, just maybe a tiny one over there. And with the same embossing tool, I'm going to create another rose just there. and probably one here. Let me just clean it. A small one here, just like that, and have another rose here, and two more here, just like this. You go round and round until the two colors mix together, and in each case it's going to look like a rose. It's just on a structure. It's so simple, easy, it's fun to do. And that's it. And just at the top, this corner, I'm going to make like I think it's called bud. It's like a baby flower, baby rose here, just like this, with 3 stalks, just like that. That's the baby one. Now you come with the green color to make the lips. We're about to finish. Sorry, it's just more than 1 hour. It's because I have so many techniques I wanted to show you. And I'm coming now with a smaller one, the small end, and I'm going to make here from the bottom up, and I'm going to make the lips. I press from the bottom up, and that's the lips. Let me put it closer. There, just like that. It's quite simple. And isn't the camera too far away? I'm enjoying. Oh, thank you very much, Simone. I'm so glad you're liking it. Sorry, it's a little bit long, but I did wanted to share a lot of techniques today. Every time I create a project, I get so excited to show it that maybe I don't notice it's a little bit, I don't know. Do you think it's complicated? When you're having fun, nothing is complicated. Look, I'm just finishing, and with this, the whole project is done. And the last thing that I've done here, I'm just gonna show you very quick. Just like this. And with this, I'm finishing with this, I promise. I don't want to bore you. And then and that's it. I'm finished. Look. So let me show you here. We came from this plain one to this in no time, 5 minutes, maybe less. Can you see the difference? It's amazing. I'm just going to dry a little bit so I can glue it to the jar, because I don't want to ruin it. It looks so pretty. It's so cute, so girly. That'll do. And now you just apply here with the glue. Oh, look how beautiful it looks when it's dry. I'm going to apply the varnish at the end, maybe with a spray varnish. I'm just going to apply the glue and we finish. So just like this. Let me show you. Okay. And with a brush, just apply the glue from the center to the edges, making sure you go past the edges. for it to glue properly on your surface, otherwise it's going to start peeling. It won't apply properly. Just like this. Paintbrush to the water, otherwise you lose it. Let me just clean this. I don't want any accidents. And now you look for the part where you have to be the other side, because this is the back end of my jar, and so I choose this part, then I put it just like this. Let me see. Oh, how cute! Oh, it looks beautiful. Look, it's gorgeous. I love it. Well, you make sure that you clean your hands, because you don't want any accident. With a paper, you apply it properly. Let me see, because the glue is wet, it will move a little bit, but you just put it in place. And I'm finished! Unbelievable. Simple es lindo. Oh, gracias, Simone. Look, simple. I don't know if it was quick. No sé si fue rápido, pero super simple. Look. And yeah, you can put it to, I don't know, you can make it like a flower vase, like I've done with this. You can put your paintbrushes, your makeup, I don't know. And the same technique, I've done it in this little box, because I always want to show that because I work with glass and metal, doesn't mean that you can work with other surfaces, other substrates. I've done the same, but this label is a tiny one. And yeah, and that's my technique. I really hope you enjoyed it. Muito obrigado, Simone, por estar ahí. Te agradezco. Grata, querida. And yeah, so I just want to say goodbye. Thank you very much for the people who stay until the end. Sorry about all the accidents. At the beginning, I didn't put my microphone on. Sorry about that. But yeah, so my intention is to show you my art and show you that you can do it as well. It's fun, it's creative, it's relaxing. And yeah, quedó divino. Muchas gracias. Sí quedó lindo, ¿verdad? Está lindo. Bueno, a mí me gusta, ¿verdad? Les agradezco muchísimo. Muchas gracias, Simone. No tienes idea cuánto lo aprecio. Good night for you. And hasta la próxima semana en el mismo horario. Muchas gracias, Simone. Fica con Dios. Gracias por estar ahí. Un beso y hasta la próxima. Bye.